KSYM, San Antonio College Radio. This is the Urban Suite. D Major, Cheryl Metal, Juliani, Garcia Vega in the studio with us. So exactly how did you two hook up? How did y'all meet? Just random?
Yeah, at a spy show.
Okay.
I think he was on the lineup, so was I. And I believe last year I did a show as well. December at Secondhand Dan's. Me and Coke Collective did a show together, so we curated that. And I got him on that show so it was my first time getting him on that show or on any show.
Yeah.
And ever since then we just building. We just been building. I sent him a track. We got it done super quick. We shot a video for it super quick. It was done super quick. We released it. I guess the chemistry was just perfection. You know what I mean? It was like Penny Hardaway and Shaq. It was just.
There you go.
I seen a lot of in Juliani. I just seen a lot of that early grind. You know what I mean? He's a mover and shaker. You know, anytime we're out there, he's just talking to somebody. Yo, this person, that person. And so, like, stuff like that, I'm always watching stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, the music's always like, you can always find somebody that's dope, right? Oh, yeah, that's dope. And then sometimes you meet people and things get weird, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then, but sometimes it's like natural, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know, I think we had a show, or I had a show at High Tunes, and he just popped up. And we were just chopping it up, and he was like, yo, I got this track. And he sent me the track. And then maybe a couple weeks later, I'm at the crib and I'm just sipping on a beer, whatever, you know. And then I was like, oh, Juliani sent me this beat. And then I just started writing to him. I shot it to him, and he shot it right back to me. And it was just like, all right, let's build off of this.
Yeah.
So now we got like four or five tracks. We're gonna release an EP, or I don't know, probably like 10 joints. So we got a lot of dope production on there, and you know, we just want to add on to the, you know, bridging the gap, you know. So keep the fire going, pretty much.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited.
It's a good project.
The city has a lot of talent. The city's always, I've always felt like San Antonio, to me personally, has always had the best hip hop scene. And when I say hip hop, I'm talking about like from the graph, from the b-boying, from the DJs to the MCs. You know, I always felt like San Antonio, because I've been to other places. I'm not plugged in like I used to be, but I've been to Dallas, I've been to Houston, Austin's right there. Austin was always had the big shows.
Yeah.
But when it came to like local, I always felt like San Antonio was the best. Not because I was here, just because I listen, I pay attention. You know?
Yeah.
But that's, you know, it's my opinion.
Well, like I said, there's a certain vibe, certain feel, certain sound, certain whatever that this city has. You just can't get anywhere else. As simple as that.
For sure.
I think Military Town
That
made it a lot of different flavors came into this place. You know, so it's not just you only have this type of person here or that type of person here. There's a lot of different blending that happened on in the city. So, and then you add the technology changed things a lot.
Yeah.
Made the world smaller again, you know. So, but now we here, you know. Up here with you.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
How does it feel to be back behind the mic after all the, you know, the time you took off, you know?
I like it better now than I like the music better now than I like the whole underground scene better now than I ever did before. And right now it's kind of like I'm married, I got a life, you know, I got all these things. There's no confusion.
Yeah.
You know, when I was younger, you know what I'm saying, it was like, oh, I go this way, I go that way, I can go this way, go that way, you know, and it was just like, oh, I need to pause. So I took a pause, and I kind of was like, all right, you know, what do I want to do? You know, and I'm always thinking, always trying to create, and it just led me back to rapping was the first thing I ever did as far as music-wise, you know, that I contributed to. So I just came back around to it. So now it's like no pressure, no expectations. I'm just having fun, you know, and just trying to. I don't even know. It's just like just having fun, you know. It's nothing too serious, you know, and that's what I like about it. No pressure.
Does it feel good to get back to that point where, like I said, no pressure? It's just
it's super easy.
Yeah,
it's super easy. I got real life shit going on, you know, stuff going on. So it's like before it used to be about I was chasing it for so long, and then now it's kind of like on my own time. But I would say that, you know, the internet or the way we use the internet in 2025 helps with that, because you don't have to go book a studio and find inspiration and do all that. You just find inspiration at home and be like, all right, I'm gonna go lock myself in this room and write, record, send it out.
Yeah,
that's it. Before it was like a little bit, you know,
different,
a longer walk.
Sure. Can I just say, first of all, thank you for the gift.
Of course, love for sure.
And your merch game is on point.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
How does that keep you creative?
I'm always creating. I work a 9 to 5. So if I'm not working, I'm working.
Yeah.
And I'm always like drawing something. I'm always creating something, finding concepts for everything. Even though we're building off of this EP or this project, I'm always finding ways to have the merch for that EP or project. You know, like there might be days where I'm writing, or there might be days where I'm drawing. I always got to feel like, and the merch too. To go back to like San Antonio and the scene and stuff, you had graffiti and you had rap and music and whatever. But I felt like where the merch was back then, that we used to like pop our trunk and sell your merch out, meet the person behind the music, introduce, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where I'm from that. I'm not from that era, but I'm from that cloth. I had my brothers were doing it, family were doing it, and I felt like the merch is the best thing for it, you know? And Ben Buck too. Ben Buck's a genius with that too.
Yeah.
You know, he's crazy. He comes to a show with a duffel bag with 100 shirts. And he's bound to get rid of some, you know. So just always having people like that around is where I feel like I get inspired all the time. I get inspired by just the most simplest things that just may feel so small as other people, but they're big to me, you know. And the merch too, I always gotta stay ahead. I feel like me wearing my own merch allows more people to be like, yo, that's dope. Where could I get this?
Yeah, that's self-promotion, man.
For sure. And I'm literally, not to be cliche, but you have to be your own boss, regardless, you know? And as cliche as that sounds, it just feels like that's the way to work. You know, you don't have no one to depend on, and if you depend on people, you get disappointed. So by just standing by your own self, or not by yourself, but with a team, or if you put your foot in front of, you know, another and just take your steps, you'll figure out what works for you.
Most definitely.
You got to do that too nowadays.
For sure.
You gotta have you can't just do one thing. And that's what I find inspiring about Juliani is like he's always creating something. Hey, I got this idea. I got that idea. Let's do this. Let's do that. I'm like, hey, whatever you want to do, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? Just let me know. But he pushes me in that aspect, I'll say.
Oh, that's dope. Hey, y'all, stay tuned. More with Juliani and Garcia Vega coming up. In this block of music, brand new music from Saga, plus a new track from Nacho Picasso, Milk, and Televangel. And we're going to get into a track from Garcia Vega and Suckers Envy Legends. This is Real. Keep it locked. More coming up. This is Urban Suite KSYM, San Antonio College Radio.